Oh.
I wonder when Cat is gonna get here.
Knock, knock.
Yep.
Lou.
Let's drop the tune. Oh, oh!
Yes, I'm here.
Hi, Cata.
Hi.
Perfect timing. Just to let you know, Kotsu is here. I just made him a snack.
Oh,
Would you want anything?
yes, please. If it's not too much trouble.
Shouldn't be as long as it's something, uh, not ridiculous.
I mean, we have what he's having or a sandwich. It's nothing too big.
um, Peanut butter and jelly?
It's fine. Thank
Okay
you.
then. Of course.
Hmm.
Kotsu, Cat is here. Oh. Hmm.
Hello, Kotsu.
Hello. Here you go, Kotsu, before I forget. Here's your milk. Oh, thank you. There you go.
I'd rather avoid milk. Uh, no offense.
Uh, no problem. I only offered it to him because of the peanut butter. In case it got too sticky for him. Usually helps me.
Yeah, I don't want all over the mask.
I don't put that much on. It's more like, how it can get sticky inside of the roof of your mouth.
Oh boy.
But no worries. Would you like something else to drink?
Some water.
Okay. And you a plate with a fresh made peanut butter jelly sandwich.
Thank you.
That's for now. So did you find your way here all right?
Yes, it's no problem.
Good. And a glass of water.
Thank you. Like mine's ice cold. Just touch the glass and it starts to cool down. I see why Angela
Did you
does
learn
that.
that from Angelo?
Uh,
Uh-huh.
no, it's more like I always did that when I started picking glasses up with my uncontrollable ice powers. But it's more
Oh.
like toning it down a bit. Uh, hmm.
There we are. So, Kata, I certainly haven't seen you that often lately. I mean, did at the crown the other time, but you've been quite busy, haven't you?
Sadly, yes. My work at Aegis headquarters has been rather frequent.
Hmm.
Yeah, my other job as a what they could call a mercenary. Let's see, we were originally called a Heroes for Hire. We did jobs and missions to help others out. It means we still do,
Hmm.
as opposed to what some of the rumors may say about us. We do the right thing, and I can attest to that.
All right. Though it does make me wonder what sort of rumors are going around. I haven't heard anything.
Great then. Guess it's things are fine then.
Okay.
Sorry, I've been so busy.
No, it's all right. You're a busy man. Lots of things, they just get in the way or you get distracted. It's understandable.
Yes, among other things, especially some injuries. also was a factor, but I'm fine now. Sometimes you get hurt on the job, but we have pretty good medical staff. It's a given. Sometimes you get hurt on the job, helping others out. It's all worth it, in my opinion.
Well, if you take some damage yourself in order to help others, I can agree to that. Just be careful, of course.
Yes, yes. Trying to do that more and more often. Others tell me that. I should really listen now. So, Angel, how's it been?
It's
Anything? You okay there, Kotsu? Uh, all right. Uh,
did that snack get you some energy?
A little bit.
That's always good. It's what they're for.
I'm glad you're doing well as well, Kotsu. uh,
Yeah, he's been staying with me for a little bit. He even made a little special space for him up in the area over there. We called it his nook. Make sure he has nice pillows, a blanket, everything he'd like.
Be
yeah, thank you for keeping him safe.
Of course, he's like family.
Hmm. Well, also, anyways, it's kind of interesting how you did accept training as well. I mean, it came on a little harsh, but I saw great things in you. Probably even have the chance to become stronger even than myself. But to each his own, really.
Well, well, I'm not looking to become stronger than anybody. I just want to be able to protect the people I care about. I will admit that I guess I have gotten a bit stronger with kind of a procedure that happened a while ago. It's a little kind of accidental, I guess. But some of the mana that was locked up in me kind of got released. Uh, it's actually a bit dangerous, although you'd see with this, she actually has like this crystal pendant sort of like around her neck.
Oh, yes, Angelo
Um,
told me something about that. Interesting.
yeah, it's very precious to me and very important. It does a lot of things, but one of the major things is to help regulate the flow of men in my body. Without it, I wouldn't be able to tolerate it. And
Hmm.
I've been practicing like Devin told me to. Though I haven't seen him for some time in a training sense. Basically, just he told me to practice um, forming my shield and seeing for how long I can hold it, like strengthening a muscle. I believe he put it.
Possibly. Hmm.
Hmm.
Depending on how the shield
It's after.
is formed and how you use it. Shields. There's the shields again. I know shield users back in my headquarters as well. Interesting stuff.
Well, I prefer. I mean, honestly, I would rather talk to someone and work something out than having to fight if
Uh,
I can.
of
But
course.
if I have
Same with
to,
me.
but I'd rather defense and heal and attack right. But at the same time, I know that can't solve every indiscretion or situation. Sometimes you just have to fight, and I at least want to be able to do something to help.
That's
like I said
understandable.
before. So at the moment, with how my current levels are, I'm able to make a shield quite quicker. Uh, when the procedure happened, I Angela asked me to make a shield, and when I did, I didn't have my control, the crystal, so it kind of shot out of my hands and hit a wall. It dented the wall and broke a piece of equipment. It
What?
knocked it over.
Are you saying you shot a shield out your hand, or
Well, normally when I make a shield, I hold up my hand and it would like form in front of it like a small shield. That's what I tried to do. And when I did it, it came out about twice the size. And it kind of shot forward because I couldn't control it. It was just a lot of mana at once.
I
And
see.
it wasn't that far to the wall, but it hit the wall with a thud. I saw some cracks, and I guess either it hit the equipment or the shock of it hitting knocked it over. Uh, it was quite surprising. Also, it had a symbol in the center of it. It looked kind of like my wings. Uh,
Yeah, we're gonna have to do
yep.
some different training. But for today, it's supposed to be a calm, soothing day. Clear your mind. We're gonna learn meditation. You know what meditation is?
Um,
Like
well,
kind of stuff,
yes,
like just kidding.
yes,
But
to
yeah.
like to balance one's mind and body like that, kind of, or
Yes, to train your attention, awareness, clear yourself mentally, emotionally, put you in a calm, stable state. Also really helps
okay.
gaining your mana back. I mean, depending upon who you are, but yes. Maybe with that, it'll help you learn to be calm and in control, both body and mind. Is that okay?
All right.
Because I'm not going to do
Yes, of
anything
course.
you're not comfortable with. Just say stop, like wham, and that's over. I know Angela will kick my ass, so I'm not going to do anything you don't want.
If anything were to happen, it would be on my discretion, even if it was something unpleasant. I have learned lately that you do have to get out of your comfort zone in order to grow as a person in
Exactly.
in any way. So I don't like fighting, but if I have to learn it to be able to protect the people I care about, then I will. But if there's a way to do it where I don't, I'd rather incapacitate people than outright bludgeon them or stab them. After all,
Hmm.
the blades I create, they can't do physical harm. They attack the mana of a person.
Yeah, possibly. I
Well,
mean, I
as long as
can
they're in the
teach you
medieval
how to
alignment.
actually probably hurt others if you want. But anyways, if you want to incapacitate, I can teach you what you want to know. This is what I'm here for. You want to learn something in a certain way, I will teach you that. You want to learn how to incapacitate, not harm others, I can teach you that as well. It is perfectly fine and understandable. I know a lot
Thank you.
others are gung ho about how hard they can swing their sword at somebody or how big of a spell they can fire off, but
Oh, oh,
that's
uh,
that's not.
did you just sneeze?
I don't know. Ooh, jeez,
Cookie,
peanut
did you
butter.
just sneeze? Oh dear. Oh my. Well, at least it doesn't last long when you do.
Apologies.
Oh, oh dear. You have a bit of a
Might
cold
be a
there.
reaction.
Oh, I hope you're not allergic to peanut butter.
I don't know.
Well,
Well, the first time you tried it, you tried to eat the table, and now
oh
you're
boy.
sneezing. And now you're sneezing. Maybe we should try something else next time, just to be safe. Maybe just jelly.
Yeah.
That's
Um,
fair. So,
well,
yeah,
how?
yeah. Go on.
Well, I was just going to ask, how would you like to start?
Just a few more questions.
Okay.
So, hmm, I know you had someone else teaching you. You said they worked on shields and possibly strengthening it, or
Yes, Davin. I believe he's the Witcher that comes to the crown sometimes.
I
Tall
worked with him.
man, white armor.
Of course, I
Yes.
worked with him.
Tanner recommended him. Uh, I at the time I explained that I do want to, as I told you, I want to be able to get stronger to protect the people I care about. And I told him what I could do, and he asked to see how I could handle with my shield. I changed it to my fighting form. I guess I should call it defense form, maybe. And I used my swords, and I made the biggest shield that I could at the time. I haven't really tried that since, but for my arms with like that and with swords in the ground, was able to muster up a big shield about my height and the length of my arms from
Standard
head to
size.
ground.
Okay.
Yes, not like just like a more of a wall than an entire coverage, like the one I've seen you. I think I've heard that you can do right. The bubble kind. No,
I
no.
can't do magical shields. Mines are
Oh,
more like, I guess you would
hmm.
say, what Angela can do. They're more elemental based and physical.
Huh. Apologies. I must have been heard that from someone else. Maybe you were talking with.
It's fine.
It gets so loud at the crown. Sometimes it's hard to sift people's voices out
They,
properly.
they're not, I don't, they're not technically what you would call a shield. I mean, if you build a pile of ice big enough to block something, I mean, there you go.
Uh, like, yeah, I guess. But regardless, I did that, and he told me to hold it for as long as I could, and I did, and he counted how long I did while attacking it to see how strong it is. Angelo was actually there. He didn't feel comfortable me being alone with him during training, so what can we do? Got to about I think count of 12 or maybe 15. It was a few months back, so my mind's a little hazy on that. But around that percentage is when my shield cracked. And he told me to stop, and I felt very, very drained. And then he gave me this stone, and he told me to hold on to it, and that it would strengthen my mana, but it would be kind of painful, and it did hurt a bit.
Hmm, probably
Um,
drained your mana.
I I believe so. I did feel
Standard nonsense of
very
strengthening mana, removing your mana, and then building it up over time, over and over and over again, etc., etc. I suppose in the beginning that's fine, but I didn't get where I am doing that. But different techniques for different ways of strengthening mana. Overall, my mana pool is average, like any normal human, but over time, I learned different ways to use it efficiently. I can teach you that as well. It's not really about the size of the mana pool. If you're able to use your powers and abilities and magic efficiently, it works out to a certain point, of course.
I don't really know what the strength of my mana or size of it is.
And no one
But
really
apparently I
knows
have pockets.
unless you
I
have
have
some
pockets of
specialized
blocked away.
tests.
Angelo, I don't think he said them all, but he said he released the smaller ones, which I think means there are bigger ones. And I don't think I'd be able to tolerate them.
Yeah, probably not.
So I need
You have
this
too much
equipment.
mana, you'll probably explode or pass out or some other weird
Well,
change might happen. So I would tread carefully on that until you do get stronger and
yeah,
be able to
I
tolerate it.
that's honestly that's a secondary reason why I do want to be able to be stronger so I can control whatever's built up inside of my body. Um,
To me, control is a big word. Whoever really controls anything, just be able to do as best as you can with what you have. Even my ice magic, my nature magic, really anything is more about trying to constantly be vigilant of what you're doing.
okay.
Even when I do fight, I hold back and try not to harm or do unnecessary damage, or even harm my teammates right next to me. It is the primary reason why I started to train my magic to not harm my friends or my family, not to fight. Just wanted
That's what I
to
want to do too.
make that clear. I never imagined that I would fight, ever, or even wanted to, but of course I learned that I have certain abilities and even healing, so I might as well put them to good use to help people out, even if it may be hard or the road may be rocky, as it seems.
Yeah, my healing factor isn't that good, anyways. People generally, when they find out what it does, they tend to refuse it.
Well, you gotta do what you
Against what
gotta
that
do
does to me.
sometimes, but even then that can be worked on, strengthening yourself, be able to tolerate more damage.
Well, we should start at the beginning, right?
Yes. Lesson
All right.
one,
So,
meditation. Yes. That's what I learned, and it helps to keep you calm and your mind clear. So, let's see. First, we need to find a comfortable place to sit and rest. So, what would you find comfortable? Not this area, though, because it's like it's a kitchen.
hard.
No offense.
Yeah. No, not at all. I can't see meditating while sitting on hardwood.
Of course.
Um,
There's these couches over here. Even outside, sometimes people find the calming wind and the city noises, or even the birds chirping, or even in your own bedroom. I don't know. I mean, it's okay. I'm just throwing suggestions out here.
thank you, guys. But honestly, I think out here probably would be good. I mean, in case anything backfires and I do something I can't control.
During
I
meditation,
don't see how, but
yeah, I wouldn't think it would, but
I honestly I wouldn't put it past something strange to happen. Ever since I started going to the ground, multiple strange things happened.
well,
I just rather. Uh, it's just a feeling I have, but hopefully that will not happen.
I'm your instructor now. I'll try to keep you safe as best as I can. And you too, Kotsu, right?
Thank you.
You're not gonna, you're not gonna let me down too. Fantastic. All right. How about over here?
Okay.
Or I don't know. You like these weird benches? I don't know.
No, the cushions would be softer.
I don't know. You lead the way.
Yes, over here will be perfectly fine.
Hopefully these are okay. Cool. All right. This is a comfortable place. It's fine. So, try to find a posture that's both alert and relaxed at the same time. And try to make your spine rather erect but not too rigid.
Okay.
So, yes, of course. And close your eyes. Take a few slow breaths. Take a few moments to loosen your body from your head to your toes. And try to take a few more breaths. Try to relax. Try to notice some sensations through your body, the warmth of it, or any coolness, maybe even the slight discomfort you have, but be aware of them. Try not to focus too much or even really fidget and concentrate on them. Just try to be aware of them. And try to focus on your breathing, going in, going out. And try to focus on that for just a moment. And if you find your mind starting to wander, try to focus on your breathing. And try to remember those from start to finish. And try to meditate at least 10 minutes or however long you feel comfortable with, even if it's just a minute or two. Breathing in and out. In and out. Calming your mind and your body. And slowly open your eyes, bringing your mind and body slowly up and out from the meditation. All right, guys, you got the gist of it?
Mm-hmm.
Even for 60 seconds, try to do this, well, when you can. I prefer every day, but I'm not going to put that on you. Just try to remember the meditation techniques. Calm your mind and your body. Preferably before you do any training or any sort of mana, rock, or crystal thing, or even after it. Helps calm
Okay.
you. Really helps. And afterwards, I'll teach you advanced meditation. You'll be able to be aware of your surroundings, even during meditation, and even walk meditation.
Oh, I didn't know there was people who could do that. Not heard of that before.
And a really good teacher taught me that. Not sure if you heard of Yuhi at the Purple Lotus, but Well, I know you don't go there, but he's a really good teacher. He taught me
Um,
a lot of cool spirit stuff and meditation. It helps. Helps quite a lot. It's good for anyone, even you there, Kotsu, if you're still awake. Oh, I also forgot. Try not to fall asleep. It's not the same thing. Meditation and sleeping are two different things. I know I
so make
messed
sure
up
to
that.
medicate, meditate. Oh my.
You can medicate.
Um, no, 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 no. So make sure to meditate when you're not tired.
Be sure to meditate pretty much every day and before or even after training. It helps you calm your body and mind. You don't need to be tired or. It's just a general thing.
Right. Mm. Thank you, Kata.
No problem. It's a very, very simple, calming day. Meditation to get things started up.
Hmm. What about like you know how people do how to put it advertising like mainstream versions of it. Is that really something to believe as well, or
Mainstream,
that more?
uh,
You know, like people who advertise like do meditation our way and all that kind of stuff.
well, there's many, many types of meditation procedures and ways to do it, but overall, they still follow the same basic principles.
Okay. And would there be anything else I would need to help? Like, is it okay to have music or incense? Because sometimes I like those things as well.
Music, probably not in the beginning, but incense, yes. Different sort of
Oh,
senses, or smell, or would help out. It'd be fine. Sometimes I kind of whip up some magical senses and be like, "Ooh, roses, yes, yeah." But yeah, it's a different spell. But yes, it's nice. Sometimes people like being out in nature to have the calming scent and sounds of it. But I'm not sure if you should have
okay.
it
So,
artificial. Well, if it helps, it helps.
well, I haven't used incense in quite a while. I do have some buried in my storage, and I could probably get it out.
Of course, just beware of any
So
fire
hopefully it'll
hazards
still
or
good.
smoke alarms. So
Oh, of course,
try
I'll
to be
probably use
safe.
it outside. Well, I probably just use it out here. Well, if it's windy, then I can't. Oh, I'll figure it out.
Yes, just be safe about it.
Of course, of course. Hmm.
So what's the next lesson? You already did the mana thing, so I guess we go over that a little bit. And then probably the basics of magic after that. So, if you need anything else, you should ask. If you want to learn anything specific, then I'll be sure to help you out.
Again, thank you very much. I know this probably takes time away from your busy schedule. Are you sure it's all right?
It's okay. No problem.
Hmm. Okay, but of course, if anything comes up, like say if we have another scheduled, I guess appointment, but something comes up, just let me know and I'll just reschedule.
Of course. Shouldn't be anything too big unless I have a big mission back at the headquarters to help others out, of course. Other than that,
Hmm.
can't really. The scheduling isn't like up to me, so yeah, I will, of course.
Okay, I just wanted to be sure on that. Hmm.
No problem. And I think we might have destroyed Kotsu over there. Hey, Kotsu, you good?
Um,
You
yes,
good? You good,
Kosu.
buddy? All right. Take care.
We thought you might have fallen asleep a little bit.
No, I've been awake.
That's good. I
Oh,
guess we're all doing good
okay.
at meditation.
I mean, is it okay to do like group meditating, or is it preferred to a person does it by themselves?
Oh, you can. You can do group meditation. It's fine.
Hmm, okay.
Whenever you're feeling stressed or after you're training with the Witcher, meditation will help you out, both body and mind.
Yes, my mind's it can go quite rampant at times. There's too much at once, or things tend to stress me out. I don't know why I didn't try meditation before, but I will certainly start that now.
It helps me. It should be very helpful to even you, Kotsu. Actually, do you need to sleep? Actually, well, it doesn't matter. It just it'll help you clear your mind, and at the very least, you can even do that too, Kotsu. Everybody meditate.
By the
Yay!
way, when would you like to visit my new home?
Your new home. Ah, whenever you're up for it, buddy, I'll be
Okay.
available. Just let me know. I think who else was going? Were you going? Doing the thing with the? Have you seen it? The
Oh
the new
yes,
area?
I've not been there, no, but Kochu did invite me,
Oh, okay, cool.
and undoubtedly Angela would probably want to come too, since brand new magical area, and quite frankly, I didn't know there was one in my realm, like a place like Kotsu's. So pretty sure he'd want to see it regardless.
Might need to set up some wards just in case of demon attacks, but that's neither here nor there. No, is it? So it'll be nice to see it. Don't worry about it. But that's all for today.
All right then.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know.
if
I
that
keep doing
brings things
that.
to.
No, that's more of a druidic thing, but more of a shaman druid thing. But you don't have to
Oh,
do that. Sorry.
okay.
Yep. Thanks for the food. Thanks for your time, and hopefully this experience gets rid of some doubts, like I'm some sort of crazy fighter person who wants to ah all the time. No.
Believe me, Kata, well, of course, we were on that island trying to help Ventra, and you got quite eager to see me in combat training. It was a little off-putting, but
Hey.
I didn't think that was all you were. What?
No, you're fine. But yes. Oh boy, that day was crazy. And then we had to go to hell. Oof.
Yeah.
Hopefully Venture's doing fine after that. But
Well,
we thought
I
things
saw
would
them
escalate
yesterday.
so quickly. Oh boy.
I know the whole thing about seals and
I think her brother was really pissed off
I.
at that. But then again, sort of thanked us for helping her. So it all worked out.
Well, I mean, I saw them at the Crown the other night. They seemed quite stressed. Their hair was white. Usually it's like that when they're under
Oh,
a heavy amount.
yes, of course.
I hope they'll be alright. Hatter as well. Last time I saw them, they were. Did you see them that day? Their hair had gone white, but their body it looked like a walking star system.
Oh, yes, I have. What did Venture call that? Some sort of astral body or spirit form or something like that for healing and
Yeah,
or something. I can't understand it.
something to that effect. But I remember Hatter saying that everything that touched their body gave them incredible pain, and they were happy about it.
Well
But
then,
apparently it's because they can't feel it. But that's because they can't feel anything. So that's the first sensation that you ever get to feel? It's just,
possibly new experiences and all that, but
it's weird to think that the first time you're ever happy you get a sensation is when it's an excruciating pain. Ugh. I still hope Hatter will be alright. And apparently there's another Hatter, which I didn't even understand. No.
honestly, this is the second
Um,
Hatter. Oh, never mind. Was it
hmm?
second or third? Possibly the second Hatter I've seen before. Yes,
Oh,
I've been around.
well, undoubtedly you're a busy man with plenty of places to visit. But the Hatter that goes to the Crown is the only one that I knew of. But though I think they did say it was that there are multiple Hatters, but they were the only one I ever saw. And then again at the Crown, I met these two new patrons. I believe their names were Timothy and Tina, and the lad was so amusing. God, sometimes it's just ridiculous. But I overheard them say that they have a hat. They mentioned the name Hatter, and I asked, "Oh, you know Hatter?" And they said, "Wait, you know Hatter?" It's like, "Yes," and found out that they had a different Hatter. I had no idea. So
I see.
makes me wonder how they if this other Hatter shows up and ventures the Hatter. Is it really be a bad thing if two Hatters met? Because they're both from like lands of insanity or
Uh,
magic or
Wonderland, more than likely.
yeah. Uh,
I had to deal with
I
some
wonder if it works
Wonderland
like
stuff, but
how
huh?
there's different hells. Maybe there's different Wonderland.
Oh, you bet there is.
oh,
Wonderland is one of those things that is just all over the place. Just, oh boy.
so like each realm has its own version of things,
Well,
basically,
they're generally
dimension.
along, they generally have the same concept, but that's
Huh.
really it. One could be worse than the other, or one could be not as broken up, or more madness, or happy-go-lucky, or completely purple. I don't know. That's a very strange
That, that's a mental image.
descriptions. If you're anything like the stories.
I just know the fairy tale. I didn't realize it was actually real.
Yes.
But Kotsu, did you like the meditation?
Yes, we found it lovely.
Um,
That's good. Hmm? Wait, what do we mean we? What?
Sorry, I just
Oh, never mind then. All right.
hmm, okay. Well, good that you liked it. Hmm, hmm.
Well, I guess I
So,
do. Hmm.
I was just going to ask, how long should I practice meditation before we meet for another training session? Do you think?
Oh, this is a something you should pretty much use like throughout your whole life now.
Well, yes, most likely.
As I said,
But I
oh,
mean,
you
I
mean,
would assume after a certain time you'd want to move on to the next step or do
oh,
something else.
I mean, next time we meet, of course, it's going to be the next lesson. It's not something to have a gap of time. I mean, of course, it's going to be something to be used continuously, so it's no need for that.
Okay, so it's more of like my own discretion. When I feel I'm ready, or when you think I'd be ready.
As I said, it's something that is just used throughout your whole life, so it's no need for that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right?
Well,
You're not going to forget meditation.
um,
So
no,
we
I
can,
mean like something
yeah,
else entirely. Like how you said with magics or defense, something like that.
oh, next time we meet, of course, supposed to be, was it like a Saturday or Friday going into Saturday. So whenever you're open next, we can
Hmm.
start the next lesson.
All right then, I will, of course, continue practicing forming my shield.
I mean, if you want to do shield
See
stuff
how.
next, I mean, that's fine too. But I suggest that should be on the back burner as of now for more beginner lessons.
I'm still strengthening it anyways, and again, this crystal helps me, filter the amount of mana.
I see.
Maybe the next thing I should actually get checked is how much do I have to use? Hmm.
Hmm. Strange. You
Do
don't
you
know how
know how I'd
much.
go about that?
Uh, I'm not a shield expert,
Well, no, no,
but
I'm not talking about shield wise. I mean, like you said priorly that you need like special tests to check how strong your mana is, right? Well, where would I go to do something like that? I mean, if I'm going to use it, I should at least know the amount that I have in my body, so I don't overuse it or under evaluate it.
well, I can tell you how to tell right now. How to know that you're running low, of course. I mean, I suppose you've already have the sensation, feel tired and it's like hungry, but
Um,
different.
well,
It's mostly tied to
I
your
honestly don't
stamina.
feel. Well, I mean, we didn't do anything strenuous. All we did is meditate, so I don't really feel tired or hungry. Um,
I mean, that's what your mana would feel like if it's low, of course. So before a
okay,
test to see how
so
much you have, hmm, especially with that necklace, might be a little
hmm,
difficult even for me to exactly state. I
I just
mean,
got to wondering, like, there are so many beings that use mana. Oh,
at the very least, oh, jeez, I was wondering where he was
no, no,
at.
he requested.
Okay, good.
Um,
So I
I
suppose you could put mana into a crystal and then measure how much mana was in that crystal from the amount you put in and something like that. But that's only the basics. Just a safer way, then of course. But yeah.
I just thought with so many people, with magical ability or magical creatures, in this day and age, there might be a facility or a person that is practicing helping to gauge one's mana, like like a doctor, I guess, or
I mean, there
yeah,
is, but mostly
a
about
scientist.
affinity and stuff like that. But how much mana?
Um,
I'm not entirely sure.
Affinity, infinity. You mean like a
Uh,
specific magic that a
yeah,
person can use?
magical affinity. Yeah, yes. You stated yours was like
Oh,
air, so
uh,
I'm assuming
yes,
that.
I can manipulate wind to wind and I guess air to a small degree. She would open her hand and focus a little bit, and you see like a small swirling ball of air, and then
Hmm.
just poof. Uh, I don't really use it for fighting, honestly. When when I was younger and I was still learning how to try to use these wings, when I figured out I couldn't fly, is I could glide, and I would use bursts of
Hmm.
this wind to keep me aloft. usually from my hands and my feet. It was still pretty awkward looking. Uh,
I see. Well, I can help you with air magic. I mean, he moves his hand around. You see a little swirly tornado in his hand.
oh,
So I'm pretty proficient in that so far, but it's one of the harder elements, considering it's shapeless and you can't see it.
well, again, I've not used it for big things, either just for some light propulsion or even just when I feel warm and I need a breeze.
That's
That's
perfectly
about it.
fine. I mean, being able to fly, I'm not sure who anyone could really do that unless they have like wings, but whatever. You know what I mean? I usually use it to slow my fall or
I learned how to,
push and pull,
at
really.
least, I'm pretty sure, I had to learn how to do that very quickly. Crashing is no fun when I first started, first tried to learn how to glide properly. Oh, so many walls.
Well, I wouldn't start jumping off buildings or anything, of course, and try to
Well,
move yourself
I
around
was
with
a
air.
I was a teenager, at least late teenager when I got these abilities.
Holy moly.
Uh, plenty of flying into trees, windows, walls, people.
Uh,
Those were the most annoying
right.
parts. I mean, obviously, I've gotten better over the years, although I haven't really gone for a proper glide in ages. Certainly not in the city. I mean, this place, this realm is at least this, at least the city. Magical people and normal people reside in it together, and you could see some pretty interesting things. But still, just the idea of just hopping off the banister and trying to glide with the wind currents, how buildings direct things. Uh,
Well,
not too confident in that yet.
I suppose
That's it for another time, I guess.
it's a bit of a complicated issue when it comes to flying, even with
Yeah.
wings. Birds have hollow bones and they have their instinct of knowing how to. You can't really place that on somebody to be able to do it.
Yes,
You're
well,
fine.
as I said, Kata, I technically can't fly, but I glide on the wind current. So, in the beginning, I thought I could fly, which is why I tried and it didn't work out.
Sorry.
Because
Yeah.
you just think, I have wings, I can fly! Smack. you know, it just didn't work out properly. Plus, where I grew up, that region isn't really tolerable of magical people. I was born a normal human, and then I did a selfless act. Woke up in the hospital, found out later on I had these abilities, because apparently I had earned them for what I had done. I technically died to save a life.
Hmm.
And then I tried to practice in secret, and some people, I was careless. There was one point where I tried to help somebody, and I managed to, but the end looked messy because I couldn't keep aloft and we fell down. And some people saw this, thought I was attacking this person, and attacked me instead. I, I mean, I got away, obviously, but did make things more difficult to try and hide what I was then. But that person was grateful, and they ended up giving me this place years later when they found me again. But
That's
at a reduced rate, though it's still pretty dang expensive. This is their gift to me for helping save them. And it just happened to be in this city, so I took the opportunity.
hmm.
Sorry, I guess that's a little more than you probably
It's
expected.
fine. I'm your instructor now, so feel free to tell me things. If it's not feeling comfortable, then it's fine. That does put a little bit more insight on things. Do you like being an Azamar, or is it uncomfortable?
Well, in the beginning, I didn't understand a damn thing.
That's fair.
Friends that I had, family members that treated me with kindness, all of a sudden started treating me like a monster or a pariah. For a time, no, I didn't like myself. Certainly not like this. But I worked through it. I had family that did care and some friends that did stick around. And eventually I learned about this place. That not everyone is a prejudiced asshole.
Same here. Had to leave where I
But
was at. The entire town didn't like my family, simply because we were magic users. Thought we would burn their houses down accidentally or put a curse on them. So we live outside the town, in our own little house, as far as legally possible. But this isn't about me.
after I'd gained my abilities, my mother was supportive, but my father in the beginning was not. He was one of those people that thought all magic users or creatures were wrong. My mother
Yep,
did slap some sense into him, thankfully.
yep.
I reminded him that I'm his daughter regardless of what I had become. And he ended up supporting me, but you can't please everybody. I think because of how I was treated and everything that had happened back then kind of made me hold back my, I guess, my full potential. I didn't really have anyone to train me, and I was basically told what I was wrong. So best to hide it than to show it.
It's understandable.
Only since coming to the crown have I felt more free to be what I am.
I'm not going to lie to you on that subject. I wouldn't go full crazy on that just yet, Angel.
Mm-hmm.
Even around here, no offense, that's still a possibility because of what you are. So I'm just suggesting keep an eye open or an ear open. That's all.
What do you mean, Gata?
Currently, as of now, some people may not look kindly on what I'd like to call beings of possible angelic look-like and church-like appearance with the holy and the light and all that.
Uh, why? Uh, Does it have to do something with this church group I've been hearing about?
Yes, but generally it's always really been like that throughout creation. But yes, mostly that as of now.
Uh, well, I mean, I don't really, unless I'm trying to protect someone with my powers, I generally hide my wings in Halo.
I'm just
When I'm
trying to
home,
say,
I feel comfortable, but
don't start shouting at what you are from the top of a building and declaring all this shit. I mean, just Be chill on it as of now. I'm just trying to protect you, okay? Some people still have that
It's not like I come
prejudice.
out and
They automatically
it's not
assume,
like I come out here.
think all church people are evil or bad or anything to do with holy or light or angelic appearance. Sorry to burst your
That's
bubble.
that's just being ignorant. And to be quite honest, it's hilarious to me. Well, to a degree. Even though I'm an Azamar, I'm not religious.
It's really almost with anything that people don't understand. Even my race, they think we're stupid and like fish and what was it, catnip? I've never had it in my life, but okay.
Sardine and donuts. Ugh.
I do like donuts.
You don't remember that? Elijah proposed putting
Sardines
Oh,
and
in donuts.
yes, because
sardine pay.
Horrifying. Ugh.
I don't get why he wants to ruin places that sell coffee. If he doesn't like coffee, just don't drink it. I don't like it, so I don't drink it. What's the big deal?
just a small example of ignorance. I'm
And
just
you can
saying,
blame media on that. You can blame media on that.
yes, I'm just saying that just be aware of prejudice and maybe racism against certain races. It's still a thing. I'm sorry. Even certain demons,
No,
people want to kill all of them and think they're all evil and bad. Generally, go behind people's backs and start murdering hundreds of people like it's a Tuesday. It's ridiculous.
that's bull crap. I say you shouldn't judge a person on their appearance. You can think things, but you shouldn't judge. You should get to know a person before you make any assumptions like that. Sadly, some people don't get the chance. People can be manipulative or dashing, and people can make the wrong choices there too. It's all a matter on the person's senses and their perspective. But just to blatantly outright say all these people are this or all these creatures are that is just ignorant. If I thought that, then I wouldn't have the friends I have now.
Yes. Even I have I know people in churches or members of churches and clerics and paladins and those other uh, clergy who are
Groups?
good friends, and it's 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 the blanketed. It's ridiculous. Even people like that come to my headquarters and just talk and chill and get advice. Or clerics. I mean, it's. I don't know what else to say.
When I hear ignorance like that, I just want to shove them in a mirror and say, this is the person you need to be afraid of. Because they're the ones that are going to end up alone and afraid for how they think and treat others. But no, they blame it on others for their misfortune. They don't just take it upon themselves to correct it. It's their own fault. And their prejudice, ignorance, racism, speciesism, it's all just so stupid. We're like
True,
living
but
creatures in the same realm, same universe. Just get along. Easier said than done, but
yeah,
wish it.
it's slightly understandable if you were hurt by said group or even had to
True.
defend against others because of them. I mean, I'm one of them. I fought against the church. I'm not sure if I told you that. If anything,
No, you
I'm,
didn't. There.
and if anything, I'm a person who should be more hateful, but I know it's ridiculous. Case by case basis.
Why? Because you fight against ignorance? I
Uh,
told you, just because I'm an Azamar doesn't mean I'm religious. It's because I have this wings and halo. Honestly, I'm agnostic. That means I believe there is a higher power, but I don't follow mainstream religions to obey it. I believe it's in my heart. Just a fluke that apparently I was gifted these abilities.
should probably keep to that.
Always have. My parents are really religious ones, but I just never got into it. I didn't see the appeal of sitting on a hard wooden bench listening to an old man read a book that's just centuries, thousands of centuries old to tell you how to be a good person when I already knew how to be one. My parents taught me.
It's a very weird conversation for me.
It's fine. I
Sorry,
should go
folks.
now.
Okay.
I should go.
Thank you for the warning, Kata. I'll
Also,
be more careful with
another
who I
one.
with who I.
Yes, another
Mhm.
small note on that topic.
Yes.
Um, the other celestial or angelic folk or angelic beings, or they may think that you need them, but that's not true. Even yourself, especially. So,
I make my own choices, Kata. I won't be swayed by people trying to bring me into something that I don't believe in. But it's just not to say I don't think that people aren't free to believe in what they want.
I mean, of
How they
course, I
use it
wasn't
is a
assuming
different
such.
thing altogether.
Of course.
Of course, I just wanted to clarify. If a person has a stout belief, then that's perfectly fine, and I respect it. Just don't try to force it on someone else or use it in a negative way. That's basically it.
Yeah.
And what the church is doing is far from what any gospel or Bible or preacher will agree to. Any sane one, at least.
Well, honestly, I wish it was that simple. Yet here we are.
True.
But that's a
If
bit
only
more
did what we can.
complicated than probably what you would ever really know. But shouldn't dwell on that.
Probably more than I'd like. Probably more than I'd like to know. But yes, it is getting late.
All right.
Are
See
you
you later,
ready?
Kotsu. See you
Thank you
later.
again.
All right. On a happier note, meditation is awesome. Yes. Thanks for the food.
Of course, next time you come over, I'll have something made for you.
Oh, thank goodness. Yes. Also, I really like those cookies. Was it cookies or ice cream? I can't remember.
Well, actually,
It,
Angela,
it,
I
it,
did
it
make some sandwich cookies
was ice
the
cream. Yeah,
other
I'm
night.
pretty sure it was ice cream. Yes. Yes.
He made ice cream, but I made the cookies, and he made them into sandwiches. I have some left over in the fridge if you'd like. We made them fresh yesterday.
Oh yes. Uh, just a
Would you
few.
like one too, Kotsu?
Just a few.
No, thank you.
Oh, okay. There, that should cook. There we go. Got about a dozen left. Would you want three or just a few?
And I have all of them.
Uh, All of them?
I mean, I guess one for you and Kotsu and Angelo, and it's fine.
There's a dozen here, Ken. Would you be able to carry them all back
Reaches
home?
into his,
What?
opens up his coat, takes out his bag of holding. You can just throw him in here.
Okay. Puts the lid back on, seals the container. Just make sure next time you come over to bring back the container. Puts in. If you could, please.
Bag back on. Yeah, of course.
Okay then.
See you later.
Nice enough to make. We'll have to make some more another time.
Thanks.
Don't think Angela would mind.
I love these things.
No problem.
They're so good. I love you, Unseen. I live.